Hi everybody, today in this video I'm going to show you how to process an invoice through the accounts receivable menu. First things first, just to familiarize ourselves again with our scans folders, we've got a AR folder and an AR filing folder. So anything again with filing is where we add an attachment to an existing transaction. An AR folder is where we're going to enter and create a transaction at the same time and attach the document. Okay. So let's go back in, and first things first, we should go to the setup menu and we should go to currency, and we should double click on our currency that we're going to enter the invoice for and go to document footer. And in here is where you can add the details of your bank account and maybe payment terms or anything like that you want to include on your sales invoice. Okay. So when you've entered those in, when you're sending the invoice out through MoneyPenny, the bank details will appear on the invoice. Or if you've already created an invoice through Word or a PDF or something like that, you can copy that invoice into the AR folder. So I've just got a dummy document in here and I'm going to show you how to process this. Okay. So let's go to our accounts receivable menu and we go enter invoice and we are going to say it's unpaid and we're going to say yes, we're going to use the int rate. And I'm going to say no, I don't want to split the document. Okay, so debtor code. So again, let's do a question mark and find out who is there. So I'm going to select the BFI. If the person or the supplier creditor is brand new, you can click new and follow the steps to set up a brand new debtor. Okay, so I'm going to select BFI. So you can let MoneyPenny create an invoice number for you, or if you've already sent the invoice out, again, you would have that invoice here that you'd be looking at on the screen. So you would enter in that invoice number and the invoice date and the due date and the amount. So I'm just going to put in the amount of maybe 120, for example, and then description, test sales invoice, and I'm going to tab forward. And you code up your invoice as required using location sets and free fields. I'm going to choose my VAT code S1 and the net of 100 to create the corresponding VAT. And again, you can work backwards by clicking the unlock net column and entering the gross and letting it work backwards for you. Okay. So this is when I click save, I can continue to enter more invoices if there's more in the in tray. Next step would be to go to run your audit report, like it's almost exactly the same as your accounts payable, or you can go into unposted invoices and post your invoice down. So I'm going to post this down. And now I can send the invoice out to the debtor. So if you've already emailed them a copy of your invoice through a Word document or such a PDF or whatever other mechanism, you would say no. But if you say yes, MoneyPenny would send out the invoice through the system. Okay, so I'm going to say no. And next step would be when you receive your money. Okay, so we go to accounts payable and we would go receive money. So we would say the bank account the money has come into. You would give it the receipt number. This might be the receipt number that's actually on your bank statement, and then the date the money was received. So when I click OK, I'll get the following screen. So now we need to put in our debtor. So I'm going to put in that BFI code, and I'm going to say I've received 120, and I would tick this amount here corresponding with the amount received. So if the person only paid part of it, if I select this, and then down here, I would click receipt, okay? If there is multiple lines in here, you could choose select all. If I click receipt, and if I bring up BFI again, you can see there's a corresponding 20 outstanding. So I need to put in the amount received here and put in the date. Okay, and then select the line and the balance to be allocated is 0, so I know I can click receipt and continue on processing money received. Okay, so that will then now show up in your bank rec. If I just click on show all here and filter by date, as you can see, I've now got the corresponding amount sitting in my bank rec that have hit my bank account. You can use the cancel or reissue posted in the same way as AP. And pretty much everything in this menu item is almost exactly the same as AP, except for your age analysis report and a statement report. If you go into statement, again, you can call a particular creditor, and there is nothing here that is matching my selection, but you can have a look at the statement and see monies outstanding. Hope this helps. If you have any other questions, please give us a shout or look at our support page for more information. Thank you for watching, and I hope this helps.